Liverpool set asking price for Harvey Elliott. He's on the way out, isn't he? I'm gutted about that personally. Let's have a talk about it. Before that though, one of you will win this free Salah card. All you have to do is comment Egyptian King on any video that I drop in July, and on August the 1st in a video I will pick one winner randomly. Full details in the description. Good luck. Alright, let's get into this story. Liverpool set their asking price for Harvey Elliott, with the Reds looking to include a buyback option. We did that with Gerald Quansah, right? We sold him for 35 million to Bayer Leverkusen with a 55 million buyback clause. So, and only 20 million more. I'm not sure how long that runs for, how many years, maybe I guess a whole length for the contract. But that's a smart move. If Quansah develops into the defender that I think he can become, 55 million in a couple of years time may be a bargain. And it looks like we're going to do the same with Harvey Elliott. So that's good. I like the buyback clauses. I'm really torn. Like, for his sake, I want to see him go because he's not getting enough play time. He's 22 now. He needs to be kicking on and be playing regularly week in, week out. He's got a lot of talent and I'd love to see him thrive somewhere that will, get used to playing all the time with the same teammates and forming a full understanding of their movement, because he's an excellent playmaker. He's got great vision. He can whip crosses from that inside position, that really tight, they're almost not even crosses, almost like looped through balls. He can do that but with curve. He does that excellently. He can shot, he's got a mean long shot on him, and he's tidy. He's got some tidy passes, 1-2 touches. He's very good at that. What he's not great at, and what's hampered him at Liverpool, especially under Arne Slot, is he doesn't have that robust physical presence. He doesn't put himself about enough. He's not hard enough in a tackle. He can't body players. He doesn't get in the mix enough because he's quite a little guy. He's also not super fast, so he's not explosive either. You do see him walking around a little bit. It's not to say he's lazy, I'm not saying that, but he hasn't got the work rate of someone like a Szoboszlai who is always running. And Arne Slot and Jurgen Klopp before that wanted midfielders that worked hard, that were just hustling for every ball, covering every space, pressing, getting the ball back, rushing forward whenever there's an attack to provide another outlet. Harvey Elliott's not that kind of a player. He's more of that roaming, number 10-like playmaker player. He's very creative, and it just doesn't fit Arne Slot's midfield at this moment in time. So, even McAllister, who is a playmaker, he works damn hard. And he's got a bite in his tackle, hasn't he? So, for Harvey Elliott's benefit, I think he should probably move on. But I love that we may be putting in a buyback clause because I think he could develop and we'd like to have the option of bringing him back. For me, though, I genuinely think there's a real talent there. And I've also got a lot of warmth for him. He's joined since he was a teenager. 16, was it? 17? And, you grow attached to players. I don't want to see him in a different shirt. Let's see what this is saying anyway. The Athletics Ornstein claims Elliott, who played a starring role as England won the European Under-21 Championship last week, his second in a row that he's won, is attracting significant interest from elsewhere. So we're looking for about 40 million for Harvey Elliott with a buyback option, or above 50 million without one. Is that fair in this market? I actually don't know. Isak for 150 million to 200 million? It's blowing my mind, but we just paid 160 million for Florian Wirtz. Former Liverpool midfielder Joe Cole reckons Elliott needs to leave Anfield in order to increase his playing time next season. I agree. For players like Harvey Elliott and Curtis Jones, I think they're both fantastic players and more than capable of playing for England. But unfortunately for them, Liverpool are very strong in that area of the pitch. Well, Jones has been our fourth midfielder in the last season, and I think he'll kick on even more because he had the injury at the beginning of the season. It took him a while to earn Slot's trust, to prove to Slot that he could make a meaningful impact over the course of a game. I think this season Curtis Jones will play a lot more, as he'll become not competition for McAllister, but a very dependable understudy for him. Cole continues, I'd love to see Harvey playing regularly. There are options for him, and if he does become available, I think quite a few teams will be interested in him. Liverpool want buyback clause in Harvey Elliott transfer. Liverpool's conditions for the potential sale of Harvey Elliott have been revealed. Fresh from winning player of the tournament at the European Under-21 Championships, transfer talk about Elliott has stepped up. Alright, so it repeats the Ornstein thing where 40 million for Harvey Elliott with a buyback or 50 million without one. And it says interested parties are West Ham, RB Leipzig and Brighton. Newcastle are also interested, and we'll cover that in another article in a second. Gary Lineker and Micah Richards agree on Harvey Elliott's transfer with Cole Palmer comparison. Liverpool have been urged to keep hold of Harvey Elliott this summer, with the playmaker's future at Anfield continue to be a major talking point in the transfer window. I mean, this is interesting. You know, Harvey Elliott had 28 appearances with 18 in the Premier League, but only 6 of those were starts under Arne Slot. So yeah, you can make appearances, but if you're coming on for the last 10 minutes, how much can you really do as a playmaker type player? So Micah Richards drew parallels between the Elliott situation and Cole Palmer's switch to Chelsea. He says, if I'm Liverpool, I'm not selling him. Not one bit, I'm not selling him. It reminds me of the Cole Palmer situation when he was at Man City. Okay, you've got Phil Foden, you've got Kevin De Bruyne at the time, you've got other young players coming through. I just think if you could get a good Premier League team on loan for the season. Alright, so Micah Richards is talking about he would rather see Elliott go on loan than be sold, because a year from now, Salah could be winding down and Elliott could play in that position so well. So I don't agree with Micah Richards here. Elliott is not a right inside forward. He doesn't have the burst of pace needed. He doesn't have the dribbling ability and trickery. He can assist. He is a great playmaker. Very, very good. Not on Salah's level though. I see Elliott as more of a number 10. I see him playing behind the attacking band, being able to see all the attackers and picking out the right pass at the right moment. I don't see him as someone that you could play a through ball to and he's going to burst down the channel, make his way into the penalty box and curl a left-footed finesse shot. But Gary Lineker says I wouldn't disagree with that at all. So he agrees he would like to see Harvey Elliott playing in a Mohamed Salah inside forward / right wing role. I mean, they know more about football than me. They've played the damn game, so at a high level, with Lineker especially. So what am I missing here? Am I wrong? Can you see Harvey Elliott bursting down the channel like Mo Salah? And here's a bit about Newcastle United being interested in Harvey Elliott. So let's read on this. They can sign Harvey Elliott for a cut price transfer fee from Liverpool on one condition. Is that condition spelled ISAK? Various reports have linked the 22-year-old with an exit from Liverpool, with Newcastle United named amongst the teams interested. The Magpies are among the favourites to sign Elliott, though they are yet to formally register an interest. Elliott enjoyed an excellent European Under-21 Championship with England, scoring 5 goals in 6 matches to help England retain their title. The midfielder was also named Player of the Tournament, an award won by Anthony Gordon 2 years ago, which Elliott was also in that team, right? Elliott just made 2 Premier League starts. So of the 6 actual starts, only 2 were in the Premier League. I mean, that's you can understand why Harvey Elliott would be gutted. You know, he's just not getting the chance. You got to trust Arne Slot will pick the players for his strategy and tactics going forward, just like he did last season, and it worked. You can't question it. It's just so unlucky for Harvey Elliott that there's not a place for his kind of roaming number 10. But then, is Florian Wirtz that? He's a different makeup, different profile of player. He's a dribbler, he's a runner, he's a, you know, more explosive than someone like Harvey Elliott. But still, Harvey Elliott's got to be thinking, oh man, I only got 2 Premier League starts last season and we didn't even have Florian Wirtz. How am I going to now get starts? Yeah, that's tough. All right, what do you think? Leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe to the channel. Nearly every day I am posting videos and hopefully we can build this together, and do enter that giveaway. All you got to do is comment Egyptian King. Do it. Might be you that wins it. I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.